I'm born and raised in D.C. Kelly Miller, H.D. Wilson, Richardson Elementary. My first boyfriend was Kyrie Pratt from NEG when he had his license at 15 and 9 months. His mother used to have to ride in the passenger seat when we used to go out. Scotty, keyboard Scotty is my best friend. David Gussum is my husband.
Shout Dave.
I'm born and raised in this. I was born in 75. I'm the same age as Go-Go. Benny let me in my first Go-Go up the Armory. Me and my friends was like 13, standing out back trying to get in the back door. He came out to smoke a cigarette and was like, "Y'all trying to get in here?" We was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Shh, come on in." We had no business in there. Yeah, so I'm born and raised in Go-Go. When I was like 18 years old, I was hanging out at what's that little spot by the old warehouses over there by Galley that everybody used to Market Lounge. I used to hang out at Market Lounge back in the day. I used to hustle around Trinidad, and that used to be our little spot. That's the truth. That's the truth.
Keep it real.
And that was the Trinidad spot, and we used to hang around there. And Bear discovered me, actually.
Sugar Bear?
It sure did. And snatched me up, and I couldn't have been no more than about 17, 18. I was raw, out of control.
Still is.
Couldn't stay out of trouble. But I only sung with EU for a little while, and back then they wasn't even letting girls on the front line like that. You came up, you sang your song, you got off the stage, and you was victim to the audience. So from there, I kind of dropped out of Go-Go for a while, and I ran with a group called DC Rap Divas. We started this underground hip-hop movement out here. There was no open mics. DC Rap Divas was the first to have the first hip-hop underground open mic in Adams Morgan. Chocolate City, Hood Life Money, the Circle Boys. I was the only girl in that group. We toured for a while. I ran with them for a while. We was the first actually signed group to get up out of here. We went on tour for a while. And like most girls, we couldn't stand each other after a couple of years, and we got to fighting. And that messed up all the money. And then I came back to the city, and the rest is history. I went back to EU for a while. I graced Trouble Funk for a while. Pure Elegance, I ran with them for a long time, and Pedro became like my mimic. I started to mimic Pedro for years.
From Pure Elegance.
From Pure Elegance. And then from there, I just kind of freelanced for a while, and that's pretty much how I got here.
She's a blessing to the band.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, let's talk to the newest member of the band. So how does it feel to be with a legendary band like the Pumplings?
And the youngest.
And the youngest.
He like 10.
It feels weird. It feels great. It feels fun. It feels amazing to play with legends, play with musicians with a great and broad background music and a experience in worldly I don't know how to describe it, but it's pretty fun. I learn a lot from them. They give me certain tips, strategies, certain ideas that I captured and that really built up my musicianship and my own style of music. And I've been playing the trumpet since 4th grade. I've played for symphonic bands from Arcola Elementary School, Cornelius Lee Middle School, and Northwood High School. I played with the jazz ensemble at Northwood High School, and I also play the drums. And I first started listening to Gerald play the drums, and at church, and just every time I just remember the time where he kicks the drums with his foot, and I just like feel it. Like feel the kick. I'm just like,
And
it's powerful.
he can play too, man. I pushed him. I had to push him because I know what's in him for them drums. And then so the thing is, we took him to CD Depot about the trumpet. And shoot, I think he started picking up the jazz music. And when he called me Monday, his mother Jean, she said, "Gerald, he down there playing them drums." I said, see that hard knock works. Cause she got a little mad with me because the way I did it, I did it almost like Whiplash. Y'all seen the movie Whiplash about how the man got on the drummer? And I said I gotta make him mad enough so he gonna go do this.
At least he didn't throw a shirt.
But he came back and he played. And the funniest thing is, one day I had to work, and she said, "Are you coming?" And I said, "No," but I didn't want to tell her. I said I had to work late, but I didn't have to work late. I wanted him to play that whole service so he can get his feel of that music. And that's the only way you're going to learn, because when I was coming up, when we was being taught, they threw me out there. I had to get it. I mean, they showed me everything to do, but I had to get them, I had to get that skill and that knowledge behind it, that rhythm, that timing. Only way you're going to get it, you have to play. And he been playing it with the band. Our band is so gifted. He been around them since he was like 6 years old. He started walking up to me with the drums and questioning me about cymbals. And a year later, he was drawing the cymbals and putting the name.
Wow.
Why? This is how you got so many cymbals. I had like 12 cymbals. He asked me, I said, every cymbal has a unique and distinct sound. And I used them, and I showed him how I was using them. And he watched everything I did. So what I told him, I said, I want you to mimic, when you listen to something, you mimic the drum and get it as close as you can to them. But at the same time, you're not going to sometimes get everything you got. And that's when someone like you will come in to develop with the drums. And man, he blew my mind. Some Sunday I looked at him, I said, good Lord. They be like, I thought that was you up there playing. I said, no, that's him. So now what's so funny, everybody in the church, they got a kid, wants me to teach their kid how to play drums. So your house will be the
Okay, one last question. I know you want to take this band in another direction. So just give the people an example of what's in store for the future of the Pump Blenders.
Future in store of the Pump Blenders. Okay. Nafisa is a great soulful singer. And every time she sing, she touch me. I mean, she take a song, an R&B song. I gave her a song that we played now called Happy. And you hear when she first came and sang it, she still sing it great. But she will start at a certain range and go to, it's almost like a tenor, then a soprano. You know, she can go back and forth with the song, but she played the song. She becomes one with that song. And I know she was capturing a lot of people the same way she hit me, because I could tell how our audience was acting when we was at Uniontown. I was taught to be attentive and alert and watch the crowd. And when she sang, I watched how them people was. Tony is a triple threat. He sing, he rap one, and he can rap the 2 and the 3. He can go anyway. Wills, what can I say about him? The legend, masterful, skillful, impeccable talent on the congos. Not only play congos, he show you how to do the bell, he show you how to do the rototom. A lot of the stuff we put together now is I call Will. I said, Will, what can you do that? And he said, I said, can you do something? He said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I said, okay, I'm calling you back and tell me got something. He come to rehearsal, it's there.
Y'all much too gracious.
I'd like to thank y'all for this time and for the interview.
Hold up,
Okay,
man.
go ahead.
I got a shout out because this ain't all the Pump Blenders though. This
That's
is only
true.
a little bit.
Well,
I
name
gotta
the rest
shout
of
out
the members.
band, okay, you know what I'm saying?
Go ahead. You want me to do this?
Shout out Leonie, Frontline, all day long, you know what I'm saying? I call them my sisters, Nafisa, Miss Leonie. They my sisters, but they rough. You better not mess with them because we getting at you. My man Mario, I can't do the voice now. I only can do that on stage. That's what I be saying. I know they be like, what he be saying? But that joke be rocking. But it's Mario, my man Percy couldn't make everybody in the work. She called him Grumpy, Percy, keyboard players.
Brian, be nice.
Be nice, Brian, be nice. Shout out to you, big dog. He couldn't make it today. Who else we missing?
Rick Battle.
Rick Battle.
Bass.
Big Battle. My man, Big Battle bass, man. That's her bodyguard.
Hondo on guitar. And part times when I need them, when I call them, they my family, Tillery, legendary.
Tillery Horn section all day long. My man
Sterling.
Stilo, shout out to your little
Stilo.
brother. That's my little brother.
Trombone.
Doing big things.
Bruce on sax, and of course Cole.
But I also wanted to thank you, Diallo, for giving us this platform.
Hey, the pleasure is all mine, brother. Believe me, without you and the bands, Red S's, Pump Blenders, Trouble, it wouldn't be me. It wouldn't be no Diallo. So I thank each and every one of y'all from the bottom of my heart.
I got one more thing you wanted me to say. You wanted me to tell you about the Highland stick, right?
Oh, yes. Go ahead, brother.
We played at Highland at that famous day that everybody be talking about, that Highland, infamous Highland tape. We used to play up there on the, it's a platform that was up, I can't remember what the name of that platform they used to call that. Essence played down the hill. Foots went around them drums with that roll he do. Everybody said, "Pshoo!" Ran down that hill, boy. Essence got down like James Brown. You hear me? But the thing is, though, I thank Essence for giving us the opportunity they did, because we had a 3-year run down Howard Theater when we used to open up. We started out coming on first. Next thing you know, people was coming in and asking, "Pumplin's played yet?" And Miss Mac was like, she was like, "Boy, Pumplin's." And they said, the Jungle Boogie is also a good friend of mine, man. He tell me all the time, he talk about them days. You know, he played with me with the Blenders before. And he talk about, man, he say, "Man, y'all used to make us have to come out our bag, man. Y'all jokers was doing some shit, making up. We didn't know what the hell was going on." But and I thank Foots. Foots gave me some foot pedals, man. I used to break foot pedals all the time.
Still do.
Yeah, thank you.
Still do.
We just did the show we just went there because the applause cost $40 to get put back on that pedal. I want that pedal back. But thank you, Diallo, man. We really appreciate what you do and have done for us with these interviews, man.
Shout out to all other bands too, man.
That's right.
Junkyard band, y'all.
Junkyard, yeah.
Bugs, you made
Big brother Bugs.
You
Big
made
brother
me
Bugs.
Bugs. That's
You
why
know I
I'm
love you,
man.
man.
Shout out
Gave me the
Bugs,
opportunity to play with y'all, man.
My big brother
You already know what it is.
Wings, my man Los from Backyard, man.
Sauce,
Big G.
Mickey,
Oh, y'all, man. No joke. Bugs,
G.
you go. You got me want to do this
Funk.
thing, man.
All right.
like
Thank you.
everybody that we didn't mention, we love y'all, man. With no hate
Let us
towards
get
none
on
of
some
y'all.
of
We
y'all
love y'all.
shows too, man. Come on, man. You know.
What is that?
Funk-
Rapper dude.
We done rapper dude, man. Northeast, I call him
Project
Chris. I go
71.
back then. Northeast Grooves.
I love what band, but I love some Project 71.
My man Dave, I call him Dave. God knows him as 32, man. I go back way to
32,
Dave
yeah.
Junkyard, man. Bruce and Pratt was on the line. That's
Shout out to the new
Y'all
bands,
couldn't
too.
tell me nothing, man.
Shout out Risen, Matt,
Switch Band,
Switch Band,
USB.
USB,
Yeah, everybody.
everybody name it. Ria.
Yeah, man.
We come.
Go
Be on the lookout for us,
Go
because we
for
come.
the band.
Call
Cool
Joe
in
or
the
something,
game,
man.
tribute
Put us on that
band.
card,
Cool in the game,
y'all,
tribute
man.
band.
Put us on that card. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. It's just music, man. Let's do this.
All right, and that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.